It began as a royal feast, a grand hall. Nobles gathered, a young boy invited as a guest of honor. Everything seemed normal until the food was cleared and a black bull's head was placed on the table. In medieval Scotland, that meant only one thing. Someone was about to die. The year was 1440. Inside the great halls of Edinburgh Castle, a feast was being held. Among the guests was a young noble, William Douglas. He was only a teenager, powerful, respected, and dangerously influential. Beside him was his younger brother. Neither of them knew. They had been invited into a trap. At the time, Scotland was ruled by a young king, James II of Scotland. He was still a child, which meant others ruled in his name, and they feared one family above all, the Douglases. Too powerful, too rich, too dangerous to control. The dinner was lavish. Music played, food was served, laughter filled the hall. The young boys felt safe, honored even. But then, everything changed. Servants entered the hall. They carried something unusual, a black bull's head. They placed it directly in front of the Douglas brothers. In medieval Scotland, this was a symbol of death, a warning, a sentence. The hall fell silent. Guards moved in. The boys were seized, dragged away from the table, from the feast, from their final moments of safety. They were taken outside, into the cold night. There, without mercy. They were executed. No trial, no chance to defend themselves. Just a swift and brutal end. The event became known as the Black Dinner, a symbol of betrayal, of power, of fear. Some say the young king himself watched the execution, forced to witness it, a ruler with no control over his own kingdom. The story of the Black Dinner lived on for centuries, a reminder that in medieval Europe, power was fragile, trust was dangerous, and even a royal invitation could be a death sentence. Because in 1440, inside a castle in Scotland, a feast became an execution, and two boys walked into a dinner they were never meant to leave.